Hey guys, Fi here with a 3-minute guide for the reworked Sivir. Now Sivir is a really strong AD because she has a great mix of damage and utility, with her ultimate making her pretty much fit in any team comp. I run very standard masteries and runes. I use 2190 as Sivir is a great lane bully and you'll be looking to fight given any chance you get. For runes I take flat AD marks, armor seals, magic resist glyphs and 2 lifesteal and 1 AD Quinn. Now this mix again gives you the tools to fight early and more importantly sustain back up afterwards. So for skill order I max my Q, W, E, taking a point in my ultimate whenever available. Now starting with the Doran's Blade gives you that extra damage, health and sustain, which is ideal when looking to trade. Any trinket would really work for an AD, though I personally prefer taking the warding totem so that you can prevent ganks or ward the enemy brushes in lane. Now your first big item should really be a Bloodthirster, as it gives you a ton of AD and lifesteal. Now Sivir's Q scales really well with AD, meaning that you'll start to do a lot of poke damage. The lifesteal is also actually really important, as Sivir's basic attack range is so short that you'll be taking quite a lot of damage while you're actually fighting. So now you have the AD for your Q, it's time to get some armor penetration to go along with it to deal even more damage with the Last Whisper. Now after this you can finally pick up some attack speed and round it off with an Infinity Edge. Now I'm actually showing you an alternative build here which is focused more around your auto attack damage than your abilities. Now this is going to be good if you're behind in the game or you're against really tanky teams, but it doesn't really take advantage of her kit properly, which is why I never tend to use it. Now as I said before, Sivir's auto attack range is pretty much non-existent, meaning you're going to want to pick up a Guardian Angel in most of your games. So contrary to what most people actually think, Sivir really isn't that strong in the early lane phase because she relies quite heavily on items and ability ranks, so don't worry if it feels like the first Q you actually throw does no damage at all. Now as you get some levels you should look to start trading with the enemy. So because Sivir's basic attack range is so low, it's kind of hard to use the standard minion method of trading, as the enemy can often get in more attacks than you just using their superior range. Now it's best to always lead with your Q and then follow it up with a few auto attacks if you feel like you're stronger. Your Q does less damage when it passes through minions as well, so remember that a little trick is to stand off to the side like I'm showing you now and then just aim at where they're going to come to CS. Now this will let you predict where they're actually going to be, but hopefully avoid at least the front line of their minions when you throw it out. Now when you're level 6 you become insanely good at catching people off guard. Now if your support actually has a stun and you activate your ult, it's pretty much impossible for the enemy AD to outrun them, and once that stun hits you have guaranteed damage with your Q. Now this also applies when you leave the lane phase. So Sivir is great at starting team fights, and don't be afraid to use your ult if you see an enemy out of position. Now a lot of Sivir's damage in team fights is AoE, meaning that you really should try to use your Q and W on as many people as possible. Remember though that the early penetration you build means that you're also really good at shredding tanks, so don't be afraid to just kite backwards and burst the divers down. So thanks for watching guys, and this is something I haven't actually done in a while, and I've grown a lot since the last video or my 3-minute guide, so please let me know what you actually think. Now please do like and subscribe, follow my stream, Facebook, Twitter, and I'll catch you in my next video.